In this video we'll be looking at the Excel sheet and looking at crashing and how they link together. The key issue with crashing is you've added additional resources. So if you've done leveling before and you've left leveling on and you're crashing an activity, you have to maybe take leveling off and have a look at what's actually happening with the different tasks. But we'll explain this as we step through the video. Going back, we can see that we've got the green material, and this is what we've simply taken into Excel as well. We go back to some of the resources stuff that we've got previously, and in terms of our cost material, cost estimates, I think we've got our staffing from the previous video. It's sitting down here. So this is the staffing figures that we've used previously. So you can see there's a logical link between. Now we're getting on to the crashed, and we're looking at the crash duration. We've got the Excel sheets here. Now we're going back to the crash material, and looking at the graphs. I'll just try to find that for you on the screen, just where the graph is. Sorry, I went too far ahead. So here we've been through this before in the previous video when we looked at this sort of crashing process, and when we look at the graph, we can actually see that the graph is going down to this point, etc. Now, when we're crashing, we're actually adding more resources into the project to reduce time. So therefore, what we're saying is that we can reduce this time by adding more resources. So when we do a project, we've got to have that understanding and realize that we've actually put more resources into projects, and costs and other things have changed. So let's step back to project, and we'll go back to the crashed version. In the crashed version, we can see that we've go back to project. Now we're back to that sheet. Let's go back to the first sheet. We can see that we haven't got any over allocations because when we've crashed, if we compare this sheet to the earlier sheet we discussed, we realize a couple of things have changed. The first of these is looking at the judge one. We've actually changed the amount of time, and we've done that across that group. We've also added some additional resources into it just to justify the crashing activity that we've done. That's why you need to just create a bit of an argument about how you've crashed. So you put those additional resources in and you link it back to the task, and it means the task doesn't get over allocated. Let's look at the project sheet now and just see how it looks as a standard Gantt chart. So if we scroll down the side, we see, yep, we haven't got any indications of over allocation. That's actually looking fine. And we find that in terms of the project length, we'll just scroll through and scroll down to the end. We'll find that the project has been reduced by the number of days indicated in the Excel sheet, which is, let's go back, so scroll down to the end. I think I've gone too far. Here we are. Back a little bit more, and we're now the 12th of the second. So look at the 12th of the second, and we look at the number of days that we've actually decreased by optimization, which was 7 days. Okay, let's go back to the previous project, and the unoptimized one should be 7 days longer. So we go back and to the endpoint. And we see that that is that 7 days. That sort of makes sense given that there's weekends and in the way. So that all makes sense because you've got to allow for, you only got 5 days a week and you don't allow for the 2 weekends. So we allow for that and say, yep, this all makes sense. So this is what we mean by crashing. We've reduced activity times, but that reduction of time will cost more. When we talk about optimization, we're talking about the optimization of both cost and time. A project can be fully crashed. That's a different issue, but what we want to see here is the optimized project. So we're saying this is both the for the cheapest amount of money and the quickest time. This is the project we're actually recommending. I hope you found this series of videos useful, and the files that support this will be up there as well to have a look at. Okay, thank you.